What's up, guys? My name is Tanner Makinoa, and this is Chris Stoddard. And that is not Ben Swallow, because Ben Swallow is gone.
He's right there.
He is in the Autodillo.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Chris.
Tanner.
Setting this podcast up, this set, the lights and everything. You guys don't really see how many lights there are or cords, but it was a nightmare. That took so long.
It did because it was just
us.
Just us.
And because I messed up, couldn't find the right cameras. I spent like an hour and a half unscrewing the wrong camera from
here for like 40 minutes.
No, it wasn't that long, but it did take a long time to set all of this up. So if you're not watching, forget you. I'm just playing. I really don't care if you're not watching this. Chris, you wearing all black today?
I wear all black all the time. I've worn all black, I think, the last like 3 or 4 podcasts.
What are you, David Dobrik? He's always wearing black.
No, you can't compare me to him.
Why?
Because
he's under fire right now?
I'm not as controversial, yeah.
You're not going down right now.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, not till I do something stupid.
Speaking of doing something stupid, explain to me this Justin Bieber thing that you were telling me about.
Well, first of all, it's not... the whole thing is stupid. He's not stupid. But he just... Bro, he dreaded his hair. And so many people were all, like, hating on him for it. Saying he's, like... I mean, I guess
I want to look this up. I want to look up why.
I'm white, so maybe I shouldn't speak on the subject, but it's like cultural appropriation, right? Okay. And it's like, bro, like just because generally black people have dreaded their hairs or African Americans, right?
Right.
I don't know which terms like proper to use, but it's like, and then it's like a lot of like African American people are like saying that he's all like. I don't even know how to say the term. Like it's cultural appropriation for a white person to dread their hair. But then you have like Lil Pump who's had his hair dreaded forever.
I don't understand why people have to make something out of nothing.
Well, and then it's
but then again, like,
but it's like, okay, well, J. Cole's half white and he has dreads, so it's like, what? But he's got black skin. So
bro, it doesn't matter. It's not like there's like a label of what you can and cannot look like. Like that's so stupid.
Yeah.
That itself is being racist, right?
Saying that a white person can't do something because generally black people have done it.
What the freak? Okay, can I just stop and say this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen? Like, yeah, I like Justin Bieber. I like his music. I'm not afraid to say that. But like, let me show this to the camera real quick. Look at how gross. I don't know if that's gonna focus, but look how gross that is. If you haven't seen Justin Bieber's dreads.
But why is it gross on him?
It's the same way thongs don't look good on men. Or like bikinis look better on women than they do on men. Like it's the same thing, bro.
It depends on the man you got wearing the bikini.
If you have like
the man wearing the Speedo.
A certain look and you go and do that with your hair, it's not going to do some people can pull it off.
I'm sure Haley likes it.
I mean, if so, great. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of JB's dreads. Where did you hear this?
Dude, well, I follow him on Instagram.
And he just posted that photo?
Yeah,
or?
Well, and then it was like, so you know those like news stories or whatever on Snapchat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those. And it was all like, he's like, this is inappropriate.
Controversy of Justin Bieber.
And it's like, bro. And then it's so funny because I was watching, there was another show on Snapchat. It was the same thing. And they were like, these people are like, we're not hating on him. We just think he's gross. We're like, but
we just think he's gross.
No, the hair,
the dreads is gross part.
And he was like, but then this one dude's like, yeah, we had Justin on the show before, and like he's super nice, but dang, I need to. This mic's being weird. But yeah, no.
I know mine's a little high too.
No, mine was low.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was like wild. And I was like, all right, can't do anything in this world no more.
Nope.
But then it's like, I don't know if I think it was supposed to be a joke, but do you remember? Anybody who's watched the show Dave, it's like Lil Dicky's show, like his come up show or whatever. And like it's like the last episode. He like befriends one of his best friends, his hype man is Gata, and his hype man's black. And like on the breakfast, he's on the Breakfast Club, on the last episode.
Spoiler alert.
To like showcase himself. And then like they just out of nowhere they're like, so who's that? And he's all like, oh, that's Gator, my hype man. And then they're all like, your hype man? He's like, yeah, he's like my best friend, you know? And then Charlemagne? No, yeah, it's Charlemagne the God. Yeah, he's all like, so you don't think that's cultural appropriation, do you? And Lil Dicky's like, what is what? And he's like, well, like you're a white rapper and you're predominantly it's a black culture thing to be a rapper, and so you choose your best friend who's black. Isn't that cultural appropriation? And he's like, oh my gosh, I've never thought about it like that. Like he's like nerdy, like no, I've not, no, like, I swear I never even thought about that,
dude.
And then like Gators come up, he's like, man, I've been in this man's mama house. I've been,
like, yeah, my best he's friend. Going off. I remember
like,
that.
Oh, and then he's like, yeah, I could kiss him, and they're like, oh.
I honestly think the last episode of Dave was the best one, in my opinion.
I thought they were all good, but yeah, it was definitely.
I thought they all were good, but when showing Dave's pop-off skill, then again in the first episode when he's like in the studio with all those guys, and he's trying to like, he's freestyling.
Oh, with YG?
Yeah.
That's not the first. That's like the second or third episode.
Is it? I thought it was the first. Because isn't that when he meets Gata? He meets Gata in the first episode.
In the studio with YG. Yeah, you're right. I think that is the first
and so he goes in and he's like freestyling, and then he says something about his girlfriend, and then it's like, oh.
They're all like, oh. And then they post it.
And he's like, no. Yeah, it's... dude, he screwed up in that show so much. And
I think it's like mostly a true story.
It's funny because I told this to
because
you.
The whole thing's like based on like Molly, the song Molly.
Yeah, like yeah, it's about that girl, and like
the whole show tells
I mentioned because like there's a part in the song Molly of Dave. If you haven't listened to it already, go do it. It's like, I think it's my favorite song from him. But in that there's a lyric where he says, listening back to your auto-tune or something.
Yeah.
And they did an auto-tune track in that last episode where he yeah.
And well, he also says like the rap life makes someone do something that's sad, like break up.
Yeah. And so it's like, yo, life. You know that was so no, but he messes up. But I told you this. There's so many things in that show that made me so mad at him. Like that I felt like
you just made some stupid
You're
decisions.
An idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just did not. It made me feel uncomfortable. But it's a funny show. Go and watch it. It's on Hulu. You know what? Who's an idiot?
Elon Musk?
No.
Making Dogecoin go down? Man.
I put $500 more in there, and homeboy sent it down to hell.
But it's going back up. It's going to go back up.
It'll go back up.
It went down to like 42 cents after being at 72, and I was like, I had made like so much money, and then it went down, and I'm like, oh, I should have sold it, and then like bought it again.
I love how I thought it was going to go skyrocketing after SNL, and then it like went plummeting.
Well, the thing is like they planned for 420 Doge Day too for it to go up, and it went up the day before and down.
Yeah.
And so it went up the day before SNL.
The day before SNL, and then it went down.
And now he's all like sending the Doge 1 to the moon is like the name of the rocket.
Yeah.
Doge 1.
And like being funded by
Dogecoin.
100%
Dogecoin.
I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, what is this dude's problem?
The funniest thing too is I was on my way home today. I went to work with my dad to help him out, and I was on the way home with my mom.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And like I like got this notification because I have his tweet notifications on, and he like tweeted, and he's like, should Tesla accept Dogecoin, yes or no? And it was like a poll. It was like 78% yes, 22% no, and it had like 4 million views in like an hour, or 4 million votes in like an hour.
Really?
I was like, what?
Really? That's.
Dude, I'm excited for it to go back up.
No. I needed to go back up.
I think a lot of people need to go back up. Dude, I saw this other thing too.
About Doge or
Shiba Inu coin.
Wait, go back. What did you even say right there?
Shiba Inu. It's
thought I had a stroke right there.
Thought I had a stroke. It's the dog that the Dogecoin is based off of.
That's the dog's name?
That's the dog. Shiba Inu is like breed of dog. It's like a Japanese dog.
Is it a boy or girl?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we're clear on that. If it's male or female.
That's a good question.
Shouldn't matter. Gender doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Just curious.
Anyway, I saw Joey Swole posted a picture, and he bought $268 worth of Shiba Inu coin, and now it's worth $82,000 because it went up so much. And I'm like,
Wait, so there's a separate than Doge, and there's
there's
the
like
Shiba.
a Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin.
Shiba Inu?
Shiba Inu. Dude, there's like 3,000 different cryptocurrencies.
That's so weird. I still don't understand cryptocurrencies all that much, but Doge to the moon. That's all I got to know.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I said something about a guy who's an idiot. Yeah. It was Jake Paul. Did you see the Jake Paul where he ripped Floyd Mayweather's hat off? Got your hat and ran away?
Dude, they totally planned it. They must have had to have
I don't think so, because
Floyd was pissed.
Logan was pissed.
Oh, Logan was?
Oh, dude, he's so furious. I don't know. Yeah, he posted a vlog, and it was at the end, he's on the phone with Jake, and he's like, "What's your problem?" And Jake's like, "What are you talking about?"
What are you talking about?
Literally, okay. I hate the fact that Jake Paul is who he is, but there's some moments where I do laugh because I'm like, okay, this kid's so dumb that it's just hard not to laugh. Funny.
Well, obviously,
he wants to kill. Everyone wants to kill him because of who he is.
Yeah, because he's.
And anyways,
he's so annoying, but he always wins.
The problem child, yeah. But yeah, Logan was mad. There's at the end of the vlog, it's he's on the phone with him, and he's like, "What's up?" And he's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "You stole Floyd's hat, and now you're kicked from the fight. He can't. He's banned.
He can't.
He can't be. Yeah, he can't attend the fight anymore." And I was
he's gonna show up in a disguise.
Dude, oh my gosh. But yeah, no, he's such an idiot. And Logan was actually really upset because he was like, dude, because he said, you're kicked from the fight, right? And Jake's like, I don't give a fuck. And he's like, okay, but what about me? That's his brother. I mean, obviously he can watch it on TV and whatever, but I know it pissed Logan off because he made a huge scene and that whole thing about taking his hat. And Logan was I think Logan Paul is very wanting to keep the match between him and Floyd respectful to an extent. Yeah. Obviously there's going to be beef. That's just the nature of this boxing. But I don't know. I think it's funny. That Jake, because did you see Jake started a clothing line that day, and it's Gotcha Hat. And it's literally tons of hats, tons of shirts and jackets, and it's literally printed already, and people were buying it. I was like, "What the freak?"
Hat.
Yeah, it was funny at the very end of the video that Logan posted. They're both sitting in a jet, and Logan's pissed, and he's not even saying anything. This one was a bit, you could tell, but Logan's sitting down in the jet, looking at Jake, just pissed. And Jake's got sunglasses on. He's just looking out the window, and then he looks over at Jake, sees that he's pissed off at him, and he's like. And you think he's about to pat Logan's leg and be I'm sorry, but instead he just grabs it. He's like, got your hat, and Logan starts choking him. I was these boys. Oh my goodness. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to think about them, and I don't think Logan's gonna win. But if he does,
that's the thing is was he projected to win against Ben Askren?
I know there was a good amount of people who were voting for Jake, but
yeah, but
I'm pretty sure the percentage was higher for
way more for Ben.
I think so. I don't know.
Because dude, it's just
But I mean, the percentage for Logan and Mayweather.
It's got to be Logan 5% and Floyd for 10.
Yeah, I could say 3%.
Dude, well, here's the thing though, is it's
dude, Jake Logan is so big.
Because Bradley Martin tweeted one time, and I think we mentioned it already before, as much the amount of hate that goes for the Paul brothers, you got brothers, you got to admit that they're winning, and they're in everybody's head. Yeah. And so it's dude, if he wins, that'd be so crazy. Just imagine Floyd Mayweather, right? Undefeated, greatest, arguably the greatest boxer in history to ever go through boxing history, right? Crazy, right? Loses to some YouTuber
when he hasn't lost. Dude, Did you watch like the face to face?
Like Conor McGregor's wild too.
Did you see the face to face where Logan and Mayweather before the hat was taken and everything when they were on stand? Did you see like where Mayweather called Logan out for the incident?
Like, YouTube, I don't need YouTube. YouTube goes away, you don't have a job or something like that.
Yeah, did you see where Mayweather said the whole China incident?
Yeah, Japan. He's all like, Japan, you can't go to Japan or something.
Yeah, and then he said something about like the incident, and then Logan brought up the whole, he's like, a lot of people think he's 5-0 or something. Really, he's
like 51-0.
51-0.
52-0 because he beat his wife.
Because he beat his wife. Everyone was like, oh, and I was like, yikes.
Those are like two like
those
awful things.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Bring it like the Suicide Forest, and then the.
People won't ever let that go for Logan though. Like that just won't ever.
Yeah.
But
I got a hair in my mouth 2 episodes ago. I think with Ben, I just got another hair in my mouth again. Dude, my hair.
It's all those dogs.
No. Oh yeah, it's the dogs. I'm not losing my hair.
He's not losing his hair. I got you.
But yeah, dude, no, that's insane. That they, I mean, okay, but like honestly though, like I don't know, with fights, it's just like there's got to be some level of just like them planning out the trash talk. Like most things, I feel like we see on TV are fake.
I would 100% agree with that. I feel like a lot of it is fake. I wouldn't necessarily say everything is fake, but who knows?
Like even in my music, right? Like I try to be like real all the time, but it's like, dude, if I'm like telling a funny story like in a song, it's just like, yeah, I'll stretch the truth.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what entertainment is. That's like,
you gotta make things wild, like out of proportion for like. I mean, there's like different, like I don't think we ever really do that here, because it's like we just like this is our real opinions and things, but it's like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, I was talking to Christian about this yesterday because we drove to Boise, Idaho on Sunday, and it was rough. We got a flat tire and had no jack to jack up this huge trailer. And so I saw this officer and I like was running up to him and I was like, officer, and I was like, I should probably like slow down.
You're like, I'm not.
No, but I talked to him and he helped us out. Anyways, what I was saying was Christian and I were talking about like entertainment. No.
You weren't nervous? They
to talk to a cop?
Taser and like tase you?
Because I'm brown? No.
They hate me because I'm brown.
No, I don't. Jeez, I just rocked my nose on this. Christian and I were talking about entertainment, and it's so true that like we don't want to see like necessarily political things in entertainment or like current events that are happening right now, because then it's like 3 or 4 years down the road when we watch that show, it's no longer relevant. Like, so that's why we don't like watching. Like, entertainment is supposed to be something that we look at and we watch and we're like, this is fake, and that's why I like it, because my mind likes to just kind of go on autopilot and then see things that aren't real and be able to accept the fact that that's real in their world. So when you put like realistic things in and like everything's real, I don't think it's as good. And so when you're talking about like most fights or things that we see on social media and stuff, I think there is a reason why it is, stretched, because it's entertaining. No one wants to see the realness.
I totally agree. Like say like you mentioned historical events. Like I just wrote a song and I mentioned like Elon Musk going to the moon, right? And then so that's coming out soon. But new music soon. It's been like 5 months.
I know.
And then like you mentioned like Mike Tyson. People like mention Mike Tyson biting the ear off, or they say like something about Jackie Chan. Like you can like I feel like it's okay to like mention people, but and like Logic's talked about this a lot too. Like so like in his earlier music, he didn't mention like political things or like things like that because he wanted his music to like be timeless. And then like I remember when Everybody came out, it was like, dude, this is such a good album. But then it's like I listen to it now and like he's talking about a lot of like political things in a couple of songs that like happened in 2017, and he's like he talks about Donald Trump, like I think only in one line, but the whole song, and like there's like one song or two songs on there where it's just like talking about current events in 2017. Now like I listen to it now and I'm like, I don't vibe with it because it's like it's done, it's over with. You know what I mean?
It's so weird.
Nothing against him, like what he said was like
right.
what he felt like he wanted to say, right? But it's like I don't know, it's just like over. Like I don't want to revisit.
It's the same reason why TikTok blows up so much, because it's so like fast-paced, moving, new content. Yeah. And so like we get tired of seeing the same thing. That's why we have multiple cameras. Yeah. When I'm editing this, I have to choose selectively when it's going to pan over to the next, because if you have one camera angle, it's just boring.
Well, it's the same thing why like say like Russ, right, puts out so much music, because it's like I can even get tired of 50 or 60 songs that someone's made, but if they have like 200 or 300, it's like that's like a ton of music, you know?
Yeah, tons of music to pick from.
Or like Drake, you know?
Yeah, I would say that.
There's a ton of music.
I like Drake. Dude, I got a question for you. Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, you got a new car?
No, I didn't get a new car.
Oh. Who was driving? Never mind.
For what?
Nothing.
What? I'm so lost on what you're saying.
Did you steal a car then? The other day? No. Oh, okay.
I didn't steal a car.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw you
either.
driving like this nice. We'll talk about it after. It's fine.
Okay. I didn't steal no car, boy. Okay, so I heard this question.
Are you sure you didn't steal the car?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, I was playing.
Would you rather, and usually it's like with your like spouse or whatever, but I'm going to switch it to your parents since you don't have a spouse. Would you rather have your mom and dad be able to see everything that you do, no matter like where you are? You could be gone, and if they wanted, they could just close their eyes and see whatever you're doing. Or would you rather them only be able to hear? So when they're seeing it, they don't have the audio. They don't have anything to hear. They can see the actions that you're doing, but they don't hear what you're saying. So would you rather have them hear what you're doing constantly or see what you're doing constantly?
Where's the mic placement?
Doesn't matter. They can hear everything that's going on.
Like,
in the situation.
say I have my headphones in, they hear exactly what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I want to say like here, because then I can do whatever I want. But I'm just like being quiet.
Like that's so funny because it's like so out of context. Like they'll just like probably be like, "Oh, I wonder what Chris is up to," and then they'll think and they'll hear whatever you're hearing or like saying, and they'll be like, "What is he saying? What is he talking about?"
But then.
They can hear everything, bro. It's like, what if you're talking trash on them? What if you tell his secrets about him?
But then also it's like if they can always see me, then it's like I better not be doing something bad.
I better not be doing anything I don't want my mom and dad seeing.
But it's like I gotta stop robbing banks, man.
Stop stealing cars with me.
Dang, I don't know what you think.
I'm going audio. I like my privacy to an extent, but like I feel like audio, they'll have no context of what I'm talking about unless they're listening for hours upon hours, but they got their own lives. They ain't going to be doing that. And like, let's say I do say a couple things that like my mom and dad wouldn't be proud of me saying. Like, that's better than them like seeing every action I ever do. Like,
but what you doing or saying you don't want them to hear?
Robbing cars. No. I don't know, dude. I just don't know. I think audio, like I think hearing would be better for me to like, I'd rather them be able to hear everything because there's not much context. If you can see, they can read lips.
Dude, that'd be so wild.
Like, unless you knew that they knew, so you would just cover your mouth every time you talked. You're just like, they don't know what I'm saying because they can't see my lips.
Yeah, I go audio. Yeah. That's like less revealing, I feel like. But it's like I don't really have any like, I mean like, yeah, sure, if I'm like saying some stupid stuff, but I say stupid stuff in front of my parents.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I just like, what if I'm like, what if they don't know I'm showering, right? And then they just like, whoop, oh,
oh,
you know what I mean? I feel like I'd rather be able to let them hear what I'm saying because I'm not like.
I would feel so uncomfortable.
I guess some of the conversations I have are just kind of like uncomfortable that like I wouldn't really want my family hearing, but like.
Well, it's like say they all of a sudden.
I'm not a bad person, I don't think.
I wonder what Tanner they like hear it and you're like, hey boo. You're looking fine today. And you
like
call up Jess and you're like, and they're like, oh.
Then that's their problem, man. That's their problem. Anyways, that was a good question. I did you go with audio?
Yeah, audio. Yeah, I think both of them. That's awful, though. I would hate that.
I'd rather them hear. Good question. Good podcast.
Disgusting question. I hate that.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. That was the Oddcast. I am not Chris nor Ben. That's Ben. That's Ben. Chris. And I'm Stoddard. Just kidding. I'm Tanner.
I'm Squidward.
I'm Squidward. Wait. No.
Could I be Squidward?
My name is Tanner Machinoa. That's Chris Stoddard. And that's Ben Swallow. And this was the Oddcast. Peace. What?